Hi everybody, Dan here. I'm going to walk you through the course now. Sam wants to say hello. I just gave him a haircut. Say hi, say hello, say hello. Thank you, Sam. Okay, we're on your home page, although yours will look slightly different because you will see an announcement. I'm recording this a few days before that announcement becomes visible. And I'll keep the announcements to a bare minimum. I'll have one on the first week, one on the fourth week, and maybe one or two after that. But whenever I make an announcement, they'll be emailed to you and you'll see them right in your face when you go onto the home page. But if you look to the left at the green navigation area, this is where you will be navigated. Now, I know some of you are old hands at this and you're already way ahead of me, clicking through all the links. But for those of you who are just beginning, and even for you veterans, please bear with me, and we'll just take it step by step. We will go to, see where it says Start Here, Course Info? Everything is arranged hierarchically, so it's best to start at the top and just scroll your way down. You'll find a screencast of me welcoming you to the course. You'll find a letter to that effect. You'll find a couple of web links here to videos of students who have had online courses and what they think about it and what they think the secrets of success are. Here's a description of the course, which I've already kind of given you in my opening screencast, which you'll see when you click on that. Here's the roadmap of the course. Here's the syllabus. I'm not going to click on any of these because it takes away from my time. And also I want you to just read these at your leisure. Student support, here's some information if you need it. This is just something I wanted to do. I wanted to give you my philosophy of what a rubric is. Many people look at a rubric as a shield for the instructors, a way that the instructor can justify a grade and even a poor grade. And they can point out, well, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, here's the guidance. I look at a rubric as a virtual coach, as a friend. This is something, every assignment has a rubric. I think you ought to go through that rubric and check off everything before you hit the submit button. This is your friend. This is a coach, and it's good to pay attention to the rubrics. It'll save you a lot of needless duplication and time. Here's a link, document on the course policies. Please read that. Let me talk about the grading while I have this in front of me, because this, of course, is of interest to you. There are 16 assignments for this course. And these assignments will be 10 weekly assignments, 3 quizzes, that's 13, a midterm 14, a final 15, and a term paper number 16. These are the points individually. This is the cumulative total points for a total of 325. And there'll be an extra credit opportunity of 25 points possible for students who were active on discussion board every week. So be active on discussion board and you can take advantage of this extra credit opportunity. I want to point out that on the weekly exercises and the 3 quizzes, you can have, if you want, 2 shots at this. If you submit your initial answers by Wednesday, I will give you a provisional grade, send them back to you with some comments. I won't give you the answers, but I'll give you some food for thought. And you can resubmit it on the official due date, which is Saturday midnight of every week. And you'll have an opportunity to take a second try at it. Now, this is totally voluntary. If you don't want to do that, just submit it by Saturday on midnight. But if you do that, of course, I cannot offer a second opportunity. So think in terms of midweek and Saturday if you want to take those 2 tries at it. And then finally, at the bottom of this is what to do now. Let's go to the learning units. So I'm going to scroll up. Don't get motion sickness. Here's the navigation, the green area. We'll skip the instructor info and contact. You can look at that at your convenience. Basically, contacting me is through email. You'll see the address there. But most of our work, really, most of our communication will be here in discussion board and with the assignments. I don't think you'll have too many reasons to go outside of that, but feel free to do so if you want. Okay, learning units. I'm going to click on that. All you're going to see right now is one learning unit for week 1. There are 10 learning units, one for each week. These will unfold. And by week 10, you're going to see 10 of these. But basically, the first page of the learning unit is a description of it and what I hope we will learn in this learning unit. So then you go here and click on the learning unit. And you'll see that everything is hierarchically arranged. Just scroll down from the top to the bottom as you go through the assignments. And they're not all assignments. I mean, as you go through the links. The first one is a very funny web link to a negotiation with a dentist. The second one is a screencast from me welcoming you to week 1, going over some of the major points. This third item is a questionnaire that appears on page 701 of your textbook. This is self-explanatory. I'd like you to fill that out and post some of your thoughts on discussion board. You'll see when you read this. Every learning unit will have a reading assignment with the text. I may also attach supplemental information, but if so, it'll be loud and clear. You'll see it. This is a PowerPoint. I probably won't do a screencast of this PowerPoint because it's just basically self-evident definitions of the terms that you found in your reading. This is a web link to Dr. George Lucas, who's very good, and we'll see more of Lucas in this course as he goes over various negotiation strategies. Now, this icon here to the left with a pencil and a ruler is the icon for an assignment. So you'll see every assignment will have an attached file for you to read before you go there. So you'll click on this and read it, and you'll see that there are 5 questions. Each question, well, let me click on the exercise. So here's the assignment. It's due Saturday on the 25th, Saturday of the week that you open this. There are 10 points possible. There are 5 questions. And what I would do is just copy these questions and, by the way, here's the rubric giving you guidance. And just go here to the submission and click Write Submission. Paste and answer them. And then when you're done answering them, hit Submit. And again, if you submit this by Wednesday, I'll get it back to you by Thursday, I promise, with some constructive thoughts, hopefully, and you can have another shot at this. And the final grade I give you will supersede the provisional grade. Okay. I know I'm going through this a little quickly, but I think it's all going to make sense to you. After that assignment, you'll see that I have a description of the term paper assignment. I had to put it somewhere. It's not due until week 10, but I had to put it somewhere as an assignment, so I put it here. This is self-explanatory. I'll be asking you to commit to your term paper topic by week 4. But basically, you'll be profiling a very prominent negotiation, one of your choice, but do run it by me, a negotiation of your choice, in which you'll be giving an historical overview for the first section. You'll talk about one side's positions and goals, then the other side's positions and goals. Then you'll give a point counterpoint, which would be a blow-by-blow description of that negotiation. And then the lessons learned, especially with reference to the principles that we've come across in our reading. And then here's a rubric for it. This also is the extra credit opportunity. I had to put it somewhere, so I put it on week 1. It's not due until week 10. It'll only be available to people who are active on discussion board. Now, talking of discussion board, here's the first link to discussion board. And there is a topic here, so let me click on it. And it's going to take you to discussion board. Now you'll see that it's blank because nobody has posted. So let me go into discussion board through another gateway. You'll see right underneath learning units, discussion board. Just click on that. And you'll see some discussions that have been pre-posted. One is, if you have any questions ever, post it right here. I'll go to it, if not daily, every other day. And I'll try to answer I will answer your question. But if another student is reading this and they have the answer, by all means, go ahead and save me some time if you can. Believe me, your willingness to mentor other classmates will not be forgotten by me. It'll really be appreciated. This is the meet and greet. I'd like everybody to click on this. So let me show you how to do it. Any discussion board, you just click on it and you create a thread. Now, I've already created a thread introducing myself, but you would simply create a thread and talk about yourself here. Now, here's some guidance, your hobbies and that sort of thing. And then hit submit. I'm going to cancel it because you can also reply. You just go to mine and reply to it. So in some cases, it's more appropriate to reply. In other words, in terms of the conversation, in terms of the discussion, you may want to reply. If you're initiating a brand new thought, then you want to create a thread. And that is discussion board. So you'll see the week 1 discussion that I just took you to, and it was blank, is blank because no one has created the thread yet. But here you'll see some guidance for that discussion. All right. Now, underneath discussion board, we'll go to my grades. This is where you will see all 16 assignments, none of which obviously have been graded yet, but they're all, I hope, in order. Here's the week 1 exercise, the week 2 exercise, the week 3 exercise, each one worth 10 points. On week 3, we're going to have a quiz, so that appears there. Here's the week 4 exercise, the week 5 exercise. On week 5, we're going to have a midterm. And by the way, on the midterms, I'll be giving you a preview, and on the final. So nothing's going to come as a surprise. Here's the week 6 exercise, a week 6 quiz. Remember, there's a quiz on week 3, on week 6, on week 9. Here's the week 7 exercise, week 8 exercise, week 9 exercise. Then there's that quiz on week 9, week 10 exercise, the final exam, which you'll get a preview on, the term paper, and the extra credit opportunity. And then, of course, there's Blackboard help if you need it. I've tried to limit this course. You know, Blackboard is very rich in technology. I've tried to limit this to the basics to make it quick and easy for you and quick and easy for your humble instructor with 20+ students to keep track of. And so I tried to make it easy, frankly, for both of us. That really is a kind of a brief tutorial on how to use this course. Remember, this is the green navigation area. You'll be going basically to learning units and discussion board. And of course, you'll be checking your grade. So learning units will be where you find all the information to read, supplemental information, negotiation scenarios, and the assignments. And discussion board is where you'll be talking, hopefully, every week. Again, extra credit opportunity is only available to students who are active on discussion board. And by active, I mean having meaningful posts, not one-liners, LOL, good point, love it. Meaningful, thoughtful posts. That's what I consider active. There's no limit either in terms of minimum or maximum as far as comments of texting. But just make it meaningful. We'll get it. We'll all get it. And then you'll be going to my grades. All right, I hope this helped. I'm going to exit out of this tutorial now. It's been 15 and some minutes. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.